Hello, it's great to have you here. Today I'm going to talk about calcium, exploring the importance of this nutrient for our health and how to include it in our diet. But before we start, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel, leave a like, which is very important, and turn on the notification bell. That way, you help me a lot to continue this work to improve your health and well-being. So let's get to the video. Calcium is an essential mineral for the proper functioning of our body. It is necessary for the formation and maintenance of bones and teeth, as well as important for muscle contraction and nerve transmission. Calcium is also involved in blood clotting, regulation of blood pressure, and hormonal secretion. Although calcium is important at all stages of life, its importance is even greater during growth, when the body is constantly developing, and bones need calcium to become strong. Additionally, women have a higher need for calcium than men due to accelerated bone loss after menopause. Although calcium is present in many foods, it is not always easy to obtain the adequate amount in our diet. That's why many people opt for calcium supplements to help meet their daily needs. However, it is important to remember that obtaining calcium through a balanced diet is the best way to ensure that we are not only getting calcium but also other important nutrients for health. Dairy products such as milk, cheese, yogurt. They are known to be rich in calcium. Additionally, many of these foods are fortified with calcium to help people meet their daily needs. However, it is important to remember that not everyone can consume dairy products due to allergies or intolerances, or by personal choice, as in the case of vegans. Leafy green vegetables are also an excellent source of calcium, such as kale, spinach, broccoli, being the richest in calcium. In addition, other vegetables such as okra, cauliflower, Swiss chard, Chinese broccoli, are also good sources of calcium. Fish, especially those with edible bones, such as sardines, salmon, are also rich in calcium. Other sources of calcium include foods such as tofu, almonds, sesame seeds, dried figs. Excessive intake of salt, caffeine, and alcohol can impair calcium absorption, so it is important to moderate the consumption of these foods and beverages. The recommended daily amount of calcium varies according to age and sex. Children ages 1 to 3, 700 mg per day. Children ages 4 to 8, 1000 mg per day. Adolescents ages 9 to 18, 1,300 mg per day. Adults ages 19 to 50, 1,000 mg per day. Women over 50 and men over 70, 1,200 mg per day. Men ages 51 to 70, 1,000 mg per day. Pregnant and lactating women, 1,000 to 1,300 mg/day. It is important to remember that these are just general recommendations, and individual calcium needs may vary depending on factors such as level of physical activity, age, overall health, and the presence of medical conditions that affect calcium absorption. Therefore, it is always important to consult a healthcare professional to determine the appropriate amount of calcium for you. In addition, adequate intake of vitamin D is important for calcium absorption, especially for those who have a vitamin D deficiency. The recommended daily intake of vitamin D varies according to age and sex, but generally ranges between 400 and 800 IU per day. However, it is important to remember that sun exposure is one of the main sources of vitamin D, and excessive intake of vitamin D can have adverse effects, so it is important to consult a healthcare professional to determine the appropriate amount of vitamin D for you. Calcium is an essential mineral for bone health. Our bodies need calcium to maintain strong and healthy bones. When we don't consume enough calcium, our bodies can withdraw calcium from our bones to maintain adequate blood levels, which can lead to decreased bone density and an increased risk of osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is a disease that weakens bones and makes them more susceptible to fractures. People with osteoporosis can develop common fractures in situations such as a simple fall or even a strong cough. Osteoporosis is a serious condition that affects millions of people worldwide and can lead to significant loss of quality of life and increased mortality. Therefore, it is important to ensure adequate calcium intake, especially during childhood and adolescence, when most bone growth occurs. However, adequate calcium intake is important at all stages of life to ensure strong and healthy bones. Additionally, regular physical activity, especially weight-bearing exercises such as walking, running, weightlifting, and dancing, is also important for maintaining bone health. Calcium is an essential mineral for our health, and it is important to ensure adequate intake through diet and, if necessary, through supplements. Dietary sources of calcium include dairy products, leafy green vegetables, fish, and other foods. It is important to remember that vitamin D is important for calcium absorption, and adequate vitamin D intake should be ensured. Furthermore, adequate calcium intake is important for bone health and may help prevent conditions such as osteoporosis. Finally, it is always important to consult a healthcare professional to determine the appropriate amount of calcium and vitamin D for you and to discuss the best way to ensure a balanced and healthy diet. I hope this video has been helpful in understanding more about the importance and sources of calcium for our bodies. Remember, it is very important to consult a doctor or nutritionist to answer all your questions. Thank you very much for watching the video and for being interested in the topic of calcium. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive more interesting videos about health and well-being. Please click the like button, which is very important, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Big hug and see you in the next video. Bye.